Happy Monday. Dude, what's up? This used to be on Thursdays. Now it's on Mondays. I'm still trying to get used to it. Damn. You know what? Even with that, I mean, there's a couple of y'all that don't change the clocks. Whoo, that always messes me up, man. It just the whole schedule's wrong. It's just in the wrong place. It's like everything's off by an hour. I hate that, man. It takes me 10 days to get caught up. I eat at the wrong time. I'm like, why am I eating supper at like 5 o'clock? Cause my body is hungry. That's why. Damn. But let's stop that. Let's all get together and say no, 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 no more. No more. It's getting dark at 4:30 in the afternoon. What the hell, man? You can't. There's no time to do anything. Anyway, enough of my ranting. How's everybody, man? Anybody here with me? Come on. Let me know in the chat if y'all hanging out. What I wanted to talk to you today about, welcome to the new Monday Live. We're going to try to do this consistently. Monday morning, probably 10:15 because I like it. I guess I'm a morning person. I'm on my third cup of coffee. But I kind of get up at 5:30. I like to get up before everybody else, and it's quiet, nobody around. There's not a lot of traffic. And it's just me, I get to do my work. This is when I do my work. I do my paperwork. I do my scheduling. I try to stay organized with stuff. I mean, I'm borderline OCD with my organization, especially with files, especially with sessions and things like that. I try to keep things. I want to know where stuff's at. I want to know where things are. I want to know where projects are in where they're sitting. Okay, what do I got to do next? What do I have to do next? Where did I miss anything? Are there any parts or pieces that I need to bring over to the other? I'm just kind of I don't know, maybe borderline OCD with the scheduling and I don't know. It's weird. I found that if you're disorganized, the clients notice, and you're like, oh, let me try to find those files. But if somebody calls me and says, do you have the thing? I'm like, let me go to your file and check it, because I've got basically a database that I keep with projects. I'm gonna share that with you today. I'm actually gonna share a screen with y'all today. Let me know if y'all have any questions about anything. I mean, anything. We can talk about anything. I do have a Pro Tools rig set up if y'all want to look at some Pro Tools stuff, whatever. This month on the podcast, if you want, on YouTube, it's Pro Tools Tips Month. So we're gonna be talking about Pro Tools, and I'll show you that in my schedule. I've got a schedule of that in a database where I keep track of what I'm doing, what's coming up. Kind of got ideas of what I want to talk about in there. So the organizing of it is the best part. Now, this talk with you today comes from we had I just noticed a word is misspelled over there, dude. And that's another OCD thing with me, man. If something's not, anyway, I'll fix that later. But no, this comes from we had a client call. Now, this was something we did in May of this year. We did the project in May, okay? And it was a dialogue replacement for a film, ADR, if you guys know what that is. Basically, the actors come in and redo the lines in a studio, and then the editor will go and edit it and make it and mix it and make it sound like it was actually part of the film. You know what I mean? So we basically, on this film, replaced all the dialogue, and I sent it to the editor, okay? In May, I sent it to the editor. Last week, which was October, the editor calls me and asks me if I still have the files because he didn't download them from the WeTransfer. Now, WeTransfer doesn't hold the files forever. I think our WeTransfer holds it for 14 days before it deletes them. I'm not you got to download your stuff, man. I'm not a storage facility. I'm not paying for extra storage for your files. You've come in, you've paid. I'm work for hire, bro. You've come in, you've paid me to do a job. I did the job. Here's your stuff. I'm gonna hold on to it for a minute to make sure you got it, make sure you get your files downloaded and everything's cool and copacetic. And if you don't call me back, I just assume everything's good, you know? So when it comes time for me to, um, oh, they can't find the drive back home. So I just got a message from the guy, from the editor. So again, I just got a message from the guy. So they apparently now they can't find his hard drive. Again, organization, organize, be together. Man. Anyway, so I'm work for hire, dude. If you pay me to do a thing, I do the thing, and I'll hold your file. We say on the website that on our terms and conditions that we hold your files for 7 days. After 7 days, if I don't hear from you, I'm just going to assume everything's fine, everything's good, you're fine, you got all your stuff, because you didn't call me and let me know that you didn't get your stuff. And I clean my hard drives every Monday. That's what I do on Mondays. On Mondays, I've got a schedule that I keep track of in my schedule, in my database, on my calendars. And my schedule is I clean the hard drives. I clean the hard drives. I take out all the stuff that I don't need on there anymore. Because again, I'm not here to store your files. My hard drives are for my clients and for my business. So I take out the old stuff. Now some of the stuff I keep because these are guys I've been working with for years, and I like to keep their stuff just in case. They may call me, hey, remember that project we worked on 2 years ago? I want to make some changes. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. But that's a personal drive, a hard drive, and I keep that stuff in there. There's like very few, there's 2 or 3 clients that I do this with, but that's fine. But generally, I clean the hard drives on the systems, right? And then I also dump the preferences on Pro Tools, because a lot of times producers will come in, other engineers will come in, and they'll change my preferences to be what they want. And that's totally fine. I don't have a problem with it. Like I was doing a session yesterday, and because I clean my preferences on Mondays, there was a preference that was different that from what I'm used to. And I kept doing a thing. I was like, oh, shoot, why am I doing that? Every time I do a thing, that other thing happens. And it was that somebody had changed the preference. So that's why I dump the preferences and I restore it from a backup. This is what I do. And we're going to talk about this month on the podcast at the LPR Sound Foundation podcast over at YouTube. If you guys are watching me on Twitch or LinkedIn, we are also, we have a channel on YouTube. Go look for it. It's LPR Sound, Learn Pro Recording at YouTube. I think it's YouTube at Learn Pro Recording. Go find, there's tons of stuff on there, man. But this month we're talking about well, first of all, we're going to go through what preferences are in Pro Tools. I'm going to tell you what each thing is and what each thing does and which ones you might want to change and which ones you definitely don't want to change. We're going to talk about that. But then I'm going to share an app for our Apple friends, our Mac friends. Sorry, PC guys, there's not one for PC yet. But it's an app that will delete, back up, and restore and delete your preferences. So what I do is I come in, I run that app, and it literally takes a couple of seconds. And it deletes the current preferences and restores back from my setup. So on Monday morning, all my Pro Tools systems in my entire studio are back to where I like it. And if somebody comes in and changes it, hey, that's fine. I don't really have a problem with that. So no big deal. Again, let me know. I'm watching for questions in the comments section there. If anything comes up, if you guys want to hear anything, if you guys want to know anything, let me know in the comments. So let's talk about tools that I use to organize things. Now, there's a couple that I use. The main one that I use is called Notion. If you guys haven't found Notion, Notion is free. It's one of these things that I do pay for it because I want there's some extra stuff in it that I like, and it's not that expensive. It's not that bad. But Notion is pretty cool. Let me share Notion with you. This is my Notion screen. And what I've got, this is called the Ultimate Brain, and it is it's basically an ultimate brain. Like I start here on my dashboard, and I've got access to a task manager. I've got my Costco shopping list, and I've got notes for the day, projects that I'm working on. The Creator's Companion is where I keep all my Pro Tools stuff, all my YouTube stuff. Okay, you can see I've got Pro Tools Tip Month coming up. Next week, this is today. This was the Pro Tools Tip Month intro, which just released, I think, at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Next week is the key commands. The week after that is preferences, then templates and track presets. We're going to do one of the ideas I'm talking about is voiceover for video game. December, we're going to get into businessy stuff. That's how it works. And then here's where the actual channel is. The go live is what I'm doing right now, and that's actually in there as well. Blog post and the YouTube channel. Resources is where I've got other things that might have to connect to other things. But this is kind of where I keep track of everything. Then I can go to my day. This is where I start my day. I've got my calendar here. I see things that I need to do. I've got my little journal there that if I need to make notes, whatever. So this is all part of Notion. Is pretty cool. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around how Notion works, but if you think of it as a database, a spreadsheet, if you have that idea, if you have that kind of mindset where you can think of things like that. Oh, and other things that I've got in here, I've got, dude, come on. I've got email sequences of emails that I need to keep together. This is like a Kanban style board where I can move things around. I can check things. I even got recipes in here, man. Recipes that I see on the internet and I want to try, you know. Studio gear for sale. We got a bunch of studio gear for sale, and this is the database where I keep that. When somebody buys something, I just take it out of the database. Or if I find something else that I want to get rid of and sell, I put it here in the database. So that's, and all I got to do with that is I share a single link to like Craigslist or Reverb, reverb.com, and all my entire list of all the stuff I got for sale in my studio is right there. You know what I mean? Yeah, we get rid of, we sell things off that we don't need anymore so we can buy more stuff that we can sell later. You know what I mean? So that's how it works. But another thing that I use that I want to share with y'all about that I actually share with clients for when I'm working on client projects, it's Trello. Trello is, again, I think there's a free version of it, but I actually pay for it because I want people to come in. I want to share things with other people. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, Trello is simply a Kanban style board that you can set up, and I can move things around. Like I can add a card here, and when I add a card, let me put some stuff in there because I think you have to have some things. So when I add a card there, let's say that the file exchange happens, right? Let me just redo this. Let's say I'm working with let me say I'm working with a band, and I'm going to say the band I'm working with. The band I'm working with. Okay, there we go. So here's the project. All right, so this is the band that I'm working with. When they send me the files, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here, and now I'm working on the rough mix, right? And then here's where I can share this file. I can share this with the band, okay? And they can actually listen to it. They can actually go in here and leave notes. They can leave notes. They can say, okay, let me leave a note here, and they can leave a note. They can write comments and say, the bass is still too loud. There you go. So they can leave notes. And so when I get these notes, right, now this is immediate, and I get the note. I actually get a notice that somebody left a note on the thing. So I can go in and adjust the bass and then redo the mix, send it up there. And when it gets sent up there, they get a notice that it just got sent up there, right? When I get over here to the final mix, I can move it over there. I can say, okay, well, now it's off to mastering, and then it's done. You say it's an album project, and I got a bunch of stuff going on. This makes sense to me. Last year we had almost 3 album projects going on at the same time. There was a third one that came in right at the end of the other 2. But so I actually had 3 different boards running at the same time on my Trello. And this makes it really convenient because one of my clients was actually in Florida, and it was a remote mix situation. It was a whole album. It was 12 songs, 13, I think it was 13 songs. And so I'm doing mixes and putting them on the Trello board rather than having to go through email and having to deal with, WeTransfer or Dropbox or Google Drive. This is immediate. I just give my client access to the board, and that once I tell them that, hey, there's a mix you should go listen to, right? Once I put it in the rough mix, they get a notice. Say, hey, there's a mix to listen to. Go listen to it. So they listen to it and then they put their notes. I fix their notes, put it back in, boom. They get another notice saying, hey, the notes have been done, go check it. So it's kind of immediate. It's kind of like they're almost sitting in the room with you, but they're not. So this actually works out really well for me. I do enjoy it. It helps keep me organized with where I am with projects, especially when we got a lot of projects going on. There's a bunch of stuff on the Trello board. Let's see. I've got my this is actually a course that I built, the ABBA Mini, the Audio Business Building Academy. I got my email sequences here as well. I got the monthly content for the YouTube channel. I don't really use that anymore. I like it over in the I like the one over in the Notion instead of this, because I get to keep, there's a lot of statistics that I keep track of over there. Let me if I could show you that. A lot of statistics that I keep over there. Let me screen share this with you. This is the monthly analytics. I keep all the analytics for my YouTube channel here, so at a glance I could see what videos are doing well, what videos aren't doing so well. You know, maybe you don't want to know about that kind of thing, but maybe you do want to know about this other thing. So this video is popular, this one kind of sucks, y'all don't like it. So then I know what kind of content to add to for you, so you can I'm here to help, man. I'm here to serve. I'm here to teach, here to help you learn the art and business of recording. I mean, that's what we do, right? So any questions, pop them in the chat. I'm here for you. If you guys have any questions about the organization that I do with Notion, or the organization that I do in Trello, if you guys want me to do some videos on that where I explain a little bit more about it and how it works, I'm here for you. Let me know. Let me know in the chat, or as a replay, you can let me know on the comments. And I know a lot of you guys are, watching the replay of this, and you might not be live with me, but if you're watching the replay and you want to see something that I've kind of glanced over, or you want to know more about it, let me know. There's a lot that we like to do on this channel. The live is more about the business side of things. We want to talk about building your business as an audio engineer, music producer, studio owner, because this is what we do. This is how we do it. I'm actually a studio owner. I do own this studio. This is ES Audio Recording Studios in Los Angeles. If you guys want to look that up, I don't have a link for that. I could pop it in the chat, but then I'd take time to have to type stuff, and y'all don't need that. Anyway, it's esaudio.com. Go there, check it out. So I do own the studio, but I'm also an engineer at the studio. I'm also one of the engineers. I try not to do too much of that because I don't want to get caught up in just being an engineer. I got a business to run. I do hire engineers in. I do bring in freelance guys because I don't want to get stuck in the chair for 12 hours a day every day. I've got other things that I have to do. I have to run the business. There's a lot to run in the business, and this is why I'm here to share with you how that works, man. And the more organized you can be, the better your business is going to be. In this coming year, we'll see. This coming year is going to be, it might be tough, so we gotta tighten up a little bit and get a little bit more organized and a little bit more ready for business, because it's more than just about knowing how to be an engineer and pressing the buttons and making cool stuff happen, making cool music and working with cool people. You got to keep track of money in, money out, taxes. If you make more than $600 from one client, you're going to get a W-9. You're going to get a 1099. So you need to give them a W-9. It's a mess, bro. I mean, if you're trying to be legit, hey, dude, if you're just working with cash, I got a story for you. If you're just working with cash, if y'all want to know about that, we'll talk about that next time, maybe. We'll talk about that, when we start talking about business next month as well, because you can hurt yourself if you're not keeping track of what's coming in and what's going out. If you're not doing your taxes properly, it does cause a problem, man. It can cause a problem, and I definitely got a personal story I could share with you about that maybe will scare you into doing the right thing and doing it correctly from the jump, So again, let me know if there's any questions, comments, or concerns in the chat there. Got about 5 minutes left, 10 minutes left. Yeah, we'll give you 10 more minutes. So I was telling you the story about the guy with the files. Yeah, so he didn't download them from the WeTransfer, all the ADR stuff, and I deleted them. You know, I'm like, I didn't hear from him. I actually held on to him for probably more than a month. You know, and I'm like, I was cleaning the drives one day. I was like, I don't need that anymore. I haven't heard from these people. You know, they didn't back up the sessions. That's another thing. Encourage your clients to bring a hard drive to back everything up right now. I mean, dude, you're coming in here. All right, let me give you a scenario. Client comes in. Let's say a client comes in. They're doing 3 songs, right? They book a 12-hour day. Man, a 12-hour day here in my big studio is gonna. You're dropping $1,000 with that, and with the room and an engineer, you're dropping $1,000, $900. You know, so if you go to a store and you pay $900 for something, don't you want to take that thing with you when you go? Shit, if I go to a store and I pay $2, I want to take it with me because I paid $2. You know, I bought a pack of gum, bro. I need to take that pack of gum with me. You know what I'm saying? So why on earth would you go to a place, pay $1,000, and then just leave? You didn't get your product. You're just assuming I'm going to send it to you over the internet? No, don't do that, man. Bring 4 hard drives. Back it up to 4 different places. So you got a backup of a backup of a backup. And then put it in your Google Drive. So you got an online backup. You got one that's on the cloud. You know? Dude, back your stuff up, people. So why on earth would you go somewhere and not take your products with you? I don't know. So they didn't back up their product when they were here, okay? And then I sent the files. The guy wasn't working in Pro Tools, so I didn't send a session. So what I did is I consolidated the WAV files, and I sent him all the WAV files consolidated, meaning that I basically printed them as one, you know, because ADR is on, you know, it's on a time code. So when somebody says the line and you want it to show up on at that time code. So I consolidated everything, sent him the files on WeTransfer. He doesn't know if he downloaded them. And then WeTransfer only keeps the files there for 14 days. So now they're gone. And I deleted them. So I don't have them. He don't have them. Nobody's got them. So he asked me, he said, well, what am I going to do? Well, you're going to re-record everything is what you're going to do. That's the only solution. That's the only thing. Oh, that's impossible. Well, why are you mad? Why are you yelling at me? Seriously, why are you mad at me, dude? I'm a work for hire. You paid me. I did the job. I sent you the product. What you didn't handle the product the way you should have handled the product. Why are you yelling at me, man? You know, don't. As Joe might say, don't. Yeah, that worked out well too, right? So, any questions about organizing or file management as an audio engineer? Dude, we need to have a chat about this because I've been given some sessions to mix that was recorded somewhere else by someone else. Oh my God. Let me just say this straight up. Label your damn tracks, people. I'm getting angry. I'm getting frustrated just thinking about it. Dude, label your damn. How hard is it to not have it say audio 1, audio 2, audio 3? Give it a name. Oh, this is vocals. Here's a kick drum. This is a guitar. Label your damn tracks, people. I mean, you're sending me files to mix, and I get if you send me files to mix, if you send me a session to mix, even the file, if you said, let's just say you did it in Logic and you send me the files and everything's audio 1, audio 2, I'm sending it back. I'm not taking the time to have to sit and listen and solo things and try to figure out what that is. You know, you send me just a list of damn audio 1s, audio 2s. I ain't playing with it. I'm sending it back to, I'm not going to mix it. I don't care. You know, dude, label your damn tracks, people. That's probably that's probably the number one thing I can tell up and coming engineers. If y'all want to know a way to be successful in this industry, label your damn files, label your tracks, keep track of everything. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I've got a thing that I'm guilty of that I'm gonna try. I'm actually gonna work on it today. Um, Thumbnails, graphics, things that I use on my YouTube channel. They're everywhere. They're not in one central location where I can find everything when I need it. When I need to find a thing like the thing over here on the side that says LPR Sound Foundation, if I need that, where is it? I don't even know. So I need to get a little bit better organized in that area with my thumbnails and with my files that I add. So the things that I give away for free, like if you guys go check out the YouTube video from today, from this morning, I'm giving you an abridged Pro Tools key commands list of the most used key commands, and I'm also giving you one of the lessons from one of our courses. Actually, the lesson is one of the lessons from some universities. I make content for universities and private colleges. They asked me to make content for them, and this is one where I just put together a history of Pro Tools. So that's in there as well. It's just a little quick thing you can read about in case you're interested in where Pro Tools came from and who started it, why it's what it is today. So it's there as well. So go grab that, man. It's Learn Pro Recording on YouTube. The link to get the free stuff is in the description, man. Just go grab it. It's a free download. Don't cost you nothing. That's why it's free, because it don't cost. Oh, yeah. Don't try to be funny this early, bro. Especially in the first weekday after the daylight savings crap. Bull crap, you might say. I might not say it that way, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So, all right, no questions, comments, or concerns. I'm going to get up out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do because I got to go find all these thumbnails and everything and put them in one location. I actually have a hard drive dedicated just for that because it's built up, man. This has been, it's been almost 2 years we've had this channel on YouTube, and there's a lot of stuff there, man, that's got to get a little more organized, you know what I mean? Like, what did I do in 2023? What did I do in 2024? And then maybe put it by month, and then inside the month, maybe do week by week by week. We'll get a little more organized. Maybe I'll make a database or something. I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like I feel a little dispersed when I see things like that and I can't find files that I know I've got one. Maybe I named it the wrong thing. Who knows? Anyway, let's get up out of here. I'm gonna hit the outro button. We will see you guys. Check out the blog post on Wednesday. No Thursday live this week because it's now on Mondays. We're going to keep it consistent on Mondays. Might get a little bit more motivational in the Mondays. Maybe we'll rename it Motivational Monday or something like that. Whatever. That sounds kind of cliche. I know it's fine. We'll come up with a tricky name for it, like Monday Live instead of Thursday Live or something. So we'll see you guys next time. My name is Donny Baker. In case you don't know, this is it. And I forgot to press the damn live button again. I always do that, man. And one day we're going to talk about this Stream Deck because this thing, I'm pressing a button right now. I'm pressing a button, I'll press a button and that thing comes on. It's pretty crazy, y'all. And think about what this thing could do for Pro Tools. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this month. So we will see you guys next time. Donny B, I'm out. Have a great week.